Hey guys, welcome to my little tutorial or vlog. Today's the first day of summer break. I haven't got my grades back yet. I'm a little nervous, but I've been waiting on this for a few weeks now. So, what I want to show you guys is that I have a little setup right here full of all the things that I need to get started on this little project that I want to show you guys. Let me show you. Here, I'll unbox it for you. So here's what it is. I got these maybe a month ago now. I let them sit in the fridge. I ordered way more than this, but we could start with these. This is okay for now. I'm not sure if you can tell what that is. Can you? No, probably not. Here. These are spores. Because what I'm doing is I'm inoculating my first grain bags. These over here. I have four of these. Here's a little hole right here. The port that you inject your needle into. But before we do that, we have to set up our substrate. Our substrate is it's like the fertilizer, the manure that you put the mycelium into so it can pin right here. This big bag of dirt. But before we do that, we're gonna put the dirt into our monotub. A monotub is this big plastic thing right here. We have to set this up. I got some fans right here. I got some vents. These are like big pipes. I'm gonna have to cut holes into this plastic tub. So it's a big journey. I'm gonna record the whole thing. I got a humidifier as well in that corner. And I'm gonna keep you guys updated. I'm so excited. This is like Christmas for me. I got these on my birthday and I've never had a chance to do them until like now. It's like what? Today is April 24th, about a month ago. So I'm excited. Let me put this down. When you're cleaning your monotub, you want to make sure you use 70% alcohol. This will allow the spores to kind of spread and colonize the tub without any risk of contamination. Because even though at their end stage, once the colonized grain is already in the substrate, they can fight off that contamination. At the early stages, when there's still spores, you don't want to risk that. So you can negate all of that by using the alcohol. And you gotta be really thorough because these things are really sensitive when they're still in the packaging. You should be wearing gloves and you should be doing it in like a ventilated area. But I live with my grandparents who are hoarders and they don't have a lot of space. So there's dust and it's not so ideal. But you want to clean everything. So once I open up these, I'm gonna wipe them down too. And I'm gonna put my substrate in my tub. So now we're ready for our first actual step. You're gonna open the grain bag. And you're gonna take the grain out. And you wanna get air inside of your grain bag. You don't want it to have like no moisture or air in it, because then you won't be able to fruit from here. The mycelium needs to grow in here before we can transfer it to the substrate. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna sit it upright like this. This right here, this patch, it'll let the air flow in without contaminating your bag. This is like a filter. So we're gonna open the bag sideways and slowly pull, like so. So we can sort of let some air in. You gotta be really gentle. before we go any further, the next step would be breaking up the grain, and then you're gonna inject it with the needle. I have my needles over here, but I wanna make sure that my gloves are clean too, and that the bag is also clean before we touch anything. So we're going to move our instruments, kind of clear our work area. And we're gonna wipe everything down one more time, and then we're going to inject. And this little port right here, this gray port, this, I don't know what it's called, but you can inject needles through here, and it'll it's like a self-healing patch. The needle hole will disappear once you pull the needle out, so nothing can get in from here and it won't get contaminated. So we're gonna break up the, oh, forgot, we have to clean everything again. Remember, while you're doing this, it's never possible to be too clean or too thorough, so you want to clean the bag. Right over the injection port is fine. Just enough to say you did. And again, make sure you wipe down your gloves too. You want to make sure there's no point of contamination throughout this entire thing. To be honest, I'm scared because I'm tapping my phone like stop and go. But make sure you're cleaning thoroughly. You don't want to contaminate, because throughout any stage of this, it takes like 2 or 3 months. If you're contaminated within any of those stages, you won't really be able to tell when you contaminated it, and you'd have to throw away the entire thing and start over. And we don't want to do that. This takes a long time. You have to be really rigorous with it. So you can never be too clean. Now that our first bag is clean, we're gonna break up the grain a little bit. You have to be real gentle with it. Just start by squeezing it a little bit. Shake it. You just want to break it up so it's not like clumpy and thick. You can see there's some moisture in there as well. I'm not sure if you can tell. But you're gonna give it a good mix, okay? Alright, so now that we've shaken it up, we've evenly distributed all of the moisture, this is where we inject. I'm gonna clean it one more time because I'm speaking over it. I'm so scared, to be honest. We're gonna clean it up, and then we're going to take our syringes. I think today I'm gonna be using my B positive. I think I'm gonna do the penis envy next, but I'm gonna be using B positive. I'm gonna put the needle. It comes with a little injection needle right here. We're gonna put it together and we're gonna inject it. All right. Here I have my syringe unsheathed. I read that around 2 to 5 milliliters is okay for this little bag of grain. So that's how much we'll be using. We'll stop at 5. And then I have a few more bags that I could use the rest of this with. So we have a lot here. I have my needle, or the needle head. We're gonna put this on. Oh, and I got my, it says to use tape, and you can use tape, but to be more thorough, I'm gonna be using breathing filters. These are like a breathable adhesive I could put over the bag, so that the bag can still breathe and get air, but it's filtered so it won't get contaminated. So I'm gonna wipe it down one more time, because you can never be too sure. Right over the injection port. Okay. Now open my hypodermic needle with my hypodermic superpowers. Gotta be real gentle. don't want to break this. I only have 2. Alright. Growing up, I was scared of these things. Let's see if I can hold it away from my eye. Open it. Inspect it. Yeah, that's definitely a needle. It looks like a needle to me. Alright. We're gonna shake up the spores in here. I don't know if it's showing on camera, but that little gray blob, those would be the spores. So I'm gonna put the needle cap on the needle, like so. Oh goodness. I'm so scared. I don't want this to squirt at me. Am I doing it wrong? Yes, I am. Okay. We've got our needle on the thing. We're going to inject it now. Here. Okay. I read that you should do it at an angle, just so you could get a little bit more of the grain. So we're gonna hold it like that, inject it, and we're gonna go to 5 milliliters. Be real careful. I'm gonna put my needle cap back on. And I'm gonna cover it up. All right. Ooh, the pressure is over. Now we wait. We wait about 2 to 3 weeks, and then these bags will start to get a little hard. You're gonna see a lot of discoloration. You're gonna see the networks of mycelia beginning to colonize the grain. And once we get that brick-like material, we're gonna transfer this to our substrate. I'll show you how to do that next. That dirt right there, we're gonna put it in the tub. Ooh, let me double check, make sure I did everything right. Inject the spores and solution, shake the bag gently. Okay. And to clarify, there is a difference between liquid culture and just spore syringes. I got spore syringes because when I was ordering them, I was high. I didn't realize. I meant to get liquid culture because liquid culture has a higher yield rate. There's more concentrate of the spores, and the spores are already activated. Whereas if you just get like a regular spore syringe, it's literally like spores and then I think distilled water. Something like that. That's what's in here. So with liquid culture, it'd be like a little more colorful. You'd be able to see a lot of the spores. With this one, you can only see like a little clump. And I think that's because I refrigerated it for so long. I think it just dripped. Okay, let me not wave that around. But for this one, I got spores. So let's see if it makes a big difference. I know liquid culture can activate pretty quickly, like a week to 2 weeks. You can start to see results. With this one, I'm just gonna inject them and then leave them in the corner for like a month and then come back. All right, and we're good to go. Now I'm gonna let this sit and I'm gonna do my next bag right here. Rinse and repeat.